Hi, Senior and Disability Action. Thank you so much for supporting Proposition K, the Social Housing Act. My name is Laksh and I'm one of the co-authors of the measure. Proposition K is an important first step in allowing San Francisco to pursue a pilot program for municipal social housing. Social housing itself is a broad umbrella term for housing that's really geared towards society and not profit. And it includes all kinds of deeply affordable housing, such as community land trusts, nonprofit rental housing, and municipal housing as one of its components. It typically houses a broad range of income households, but is focused on no to low income households earning under 80% of the median income here in San Francisco. But before I explain this measure, which is only just one paragraph long, I have to explain the background, which is Article 34 of the California Constitution. Article 34 was added to the statewide constitution in 1950 by segregationists with just 50.8% of the vote. It requires a vote of the people in a city like San Francisco before even a single unit of private low-income housing or public housing of any kind can be bought or built. Now, there's no vote requirement like that for high rent housing. It's just low rent housing that gets discriminated against. Article 34 was undeniably classist when it passed, but it was also racist because in the year 1950, it sought directly to target the Black community and people of color, and it continues to have effects on furthering segregation on the basis of race and class. Even today, the issue of affordable housing, income inequality, wealth inequality, all of these are still tied to race because of systemic racism that has persisted over decades and segregation that has been made worse by Article 34. So given this obstacle, this stain in the California Constitution, what Prop K does in just one paragraph of law is that it authorizes 10,000 units of municipal social housing. Now, 10,000 units will take time to fulfill just because of funding limits and the ongoing budget crisis, but it's important that we act now when the need is strong, as it's always been. And with this authorization, we don't have to keep going back to the ballot. We can keep working on a pilot program for municipal housing in between elections. There is also a companion measure to Prop K, it's called Prop I, that would help fund social housing, including municipal housing, by taxing multi-million-dollar properties. As it relates to seniors and people with disabilities, affordable housing is lacking in SF for everyone, but also especially for folks on a fixed income. Social housing can be financially self-sustaining by cross-subsidizing people with higher incomes paying more rent than people with lower incomes. And with that, we can lower rent below the 30% of income standard that's typically called affordable to, in some cases, even 25% of income if we use cross-subsidizing. But in order to do that, we first have to clear the legal hurdle of Article 34, which Prop K does, so that we can continue to shape the municipal housing program legislatively with community input centered on the needs of low-income communities. One day we have to repeal Article 34 statewide so that we don't have to keep jumping through these hoops again and again. But I'm proud to say right now that we have a broad coalition in support of Prop K, including Senior and Disability Action. We have been endorsed by all 11 San Francisco supervisors, the SF Democratic Party, a number of unions, housing justice organizations, and environmental groups. And I encourage everyone to find out more about the measure. Our website is socialhousingsf.com. Thank you.